Thank you.
Aren't you going to give her a free makeup?
Poem reading.
Poem reading.
Ding!
33 Variations for January 9th. Preface. After spending 2 days listening to Beethoven's Diabelli Variations, a vast, overwhelming structure built out from a silly little waltz, no sillier than most to be sure, I am compelled to turn the tables and compose trivial variations on a solemn and important theme only hinted at by the title, January 9th. I won't read the numbers. Should I read the numbers?
Yeah, you should read the number.
1. These are very short. There are only variations on no theme at all, or none we can name. We have to eke them out. 2. I used to write poems from and about crappy ads on matchbooks they gave you with cigarettes. 3. Nobody smokes now, no matchbooks. What shall I do? But shit must still be waiting to get turned into gold. 4. Since 8 o'clock, men have been chainsawing trees by the stream, commotion and roaring. They think they're improving something, but I want gold. 5. Examples. PB into AU. Stupid feelings into interesting poems. But see LZ on Byron in a test of poetry. 6. A little waltz. She can hoof into dexterity. 7. Georges Balanchine was born today. And why not? 8. She sat on my lap and explained his life until it was her life, and I began to understand. 9. Scheme and fairy nations. That's who I art. 10. We walk in the woods and worship the same wet leaves, but never do it together. 11. We are terrified of circles. That's why we stay home when the others out prowling, the sky reflected in the fallen rain. 12. Surrounding the woods with attention. Who's that with blue eyes? 13. Whose hat upturned on whose thighs is full of leaves and twigs and buds that didn't? 14. Do you think sharing is possible or even legal given how many trees? 15. Recidivism, they call it, when she comes back every day. They call it the neighborhood. Please call it Temple of the Sun. 16. Do you take pictures? The old man asked. They take me, she said. They take me home. It doesn't take much to make an old guy frown. 17. They have a wood pile but no stove. They have a porch but no wicker. They have the sky above their heads and only once or twice have vanished there. 18. Bloke comes from Romany. Did you know that? Everybody sat around wearing a hat. We learned as children, this is conversation. 19. Try to keep quiet, just eat your food. They feed you to keep you from talking. Someday I'll grow up and not have to be fat. Every child thinks that. 20. Could the triangle be sacred because it shows two people linked by a higher singularity, as if the only way you and I will ever get together is by or in God? 21. And the Jews make two of them, where God joins us together and we join them on high. 22. Tread lightly in holy places, lick ice cream, but no children, please. The trees have tender ears. 23. Do you see faces when you look at me, or only at the bark of trees? I saw Auden pass me once, his face lined like stone, like wood, his eyes focused far away, walked fast to the meat-packing district, the river, America across the stream. 25. I'm getting slow. There are two kinds of sloth, the I and the unau. Which kind am I? Help me count my toes. 26. Slept on a park bench, woke, an ivory moon sailed close above. What country am I in? But the moon answered, as if just as confused. Aren't I always where I am? 27. She decided long ago to eat no food, but live on light alone and God's love. Mass every day and wind in her hair. And so it went year after year, trying not to scare her neighbors. 28. Quick as a tree, slick as a hill. Fill me if you can. 29. A whiffle tree is a frame that keeps the horse or horses happy to the cart, full of cauliflowers, full of autumn hay. 30. The beggars used to stagger through the train, on at one station, off at the next to keep the subway cops a stop behind. One, I remember, stood in front of each passenger and pounded the floor with his cane until a coin got into the paper cup in his blind hand. He stared up all the while at the absent sky. 30. Every memory is too long. See what it does to the song's waistline? Fat, as Stevens said, fat, fat, fat. 31. Melchizedek was king of Salem. Who knows what that means? Who knows what meaning means? Or who has it? Or who has wings? 32. Light comes back to fade away. The night's in fragments after you get done with it. Images on all sides. Oh, so cool, iconoclasts. 33. It had to end this way. Which way? With a fugue. What's a fugue? Running away together over the hill. So far is near, and we are here. Happy birthday.